To begin, you can arrange to be seated. I would like to call Councillor Kevin Duncan of the Lytton First Nation to the podium for a blessing.
Siamit omat vitjamit o kukpias kakia kuksteitas nea chase the sheet kuksteida espazu dan welig kuksteida mushalagan espazu the nokta skomkom kuksteida slahansta koyama klakwam kuksteida as the maid as ims as snooker and shaken. Koksteda skokwas a market in a conclusion. Yabna kasminas kono squenchta shaken at Loas Amsterdam at Tlakami has yes Koksteda. Homas.
Thank you, Councillor Duncan. My name is Yvonne Turgeon, and today I traveled from the Okanagan Valley. I serve as communication advisor with the recovery team in the village, working since March with the community and your many partners. It has been truly humbling and a privilege to work with your council and this community among this most difficult journey of rebuilding. But it is an extreme honor to be with you tonight as I welcome you to the inaugural meeting of the Village of Lytton Municipal Council. Thank you for joining us in person this evening. You all look really great out there. We are so happy that we could hold this event in Lytton tonight, here where the two rivers meet. And as many of you know, tonight is the first gathering of the Village Council in the community since the devastating fire of more than a year and 4 months ago. It is truly a historic evening, and for more than one reason. Tonight we will witness these 5 women take their oath of office, an all-women council, following the village of Slocan, who was the first in BC in 2011. So let me introduce our new mayor and council. Our new mayor, Denise O'Connor, and our new council, Jesua Lightfoot, Noni McCann, Melissa Michelle, Jennifer Thoss. I'd also like to welcome a few more dignitaries that are with us tonight. Welcome to the newly elected City of Penticton Mayor, Julius Bloomfield, and Councillor Amelia Woodley. Our room looks so adorned tonight thanks to these folks, who just last night took their oath of office. The flowers, the flags, and even this podium have been given or loaned to us for this important ceremony. So on behalf of Lytton, thank you, Penticton. I would also like to point out our new Chief Administrative Officer, Mike Baker. For those of you who have not yet met him, Mike, give a wave. Oh, over there. And also with us is our Chief Financial Officer for the recovery team, Terry Hawes. And we have our housing manager too, Jack Cano. Welcome to you all. I would like now to ask the Honourable Judge Phillips to the podium to administer the oaths. And I have a pen for each of you.
All right. I'll save the speeches for the politicians. But I will say it is good to be home. And it is good to see the leadership here that will lead this community in the next coming years. Good luck to you all. I will start by first calling up Her Worship, Denise O'Connor, to take the oath of office for the position of Mayor of Lytton. Denise.
Judge Phillips.
I'll save this till you finish the oath.
I, Denise O'Connor, do solemnly affirm that I am qualified to hold the office of mayor for the village of Lytton, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Local Government Act respecting vote buying or intimidation in relation to my election to the office. I will faithfully perform the duties of my office and will not allow any private interest to influence my conduct in public matters. As required by the community charter, I will disclose any direct or indirect pecuniary interest I have in a matter and will not participate in the discussion of the matter and will not vote in respect of the matter.
All right. So we'll get you to sign here.
Okay. I do both, right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I don't have to say it again, do I?
No, you said it once already, that's fine. All right. So, comes with the office is this chain. That's in history. So I understand that, and this is the link with the judiciary. So the mayors or worships used to actually be like justices in the past. So that's the link to today, and that's why provincial court judges swear it in. Anyways, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, so the next I would like to call upon Jesua Lightfoot to take the oath of office for the position of councillor. So Jesua, I'll get you to read.
Okay. I, Jesua Lightfoot, do solemnly affirm that I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the village of Lytton, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Local Government Act respecting vote buying or intimidation in relation to my election to the office. I will faithfully perform the duties of my office and will not allow any private interest to influence my conduct in public matters. As required by the community charter, I will disclose any direct or indirect pecuniary interest I have in a matter and will not participate in the discussion of the matter and will not vote in respect of the matter. Sorry. Yeah.
All right, congratulations. Oh, all right. No. All right, we'll call this one. So, next I'd like to call upon Melissa Michelle to take the oath of office for the position of councillor. So Melissa, I'd like you to read the oath out loud.
I, Melissa Michelle, do solemnly affirm that I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the village of Lytton, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Local Government Act
respecting vote buying or intimidation in relation to my election to the office. I will faithfully perform the duties of my office and will not allow any private interests to influence my conduct in public matters. As required by the community charter, I will disclose any direct or indirect pecuniary interest I have in a matter and will not participate in the discussion of that matter and will not vote in respect of the matter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, I'd like to call upon Jennifer Thoss to take the oath of office for the position of counselor.
I, Jennifer Thoss, do solemnly affirm that I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the village of Lytton, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Local Government Act respecting vote buying or intimidation in relation to my election to the office. I will faithfully perform the duties of my office and will not allow any private interest to influence my conduct in public matters. As required by the community charter, I will disclose any direct or indirect pecuniary interest I have in a matter and will not participate in the discussion of the matter and will not vote in respect to the matter.
It's not official till I sign it. All right, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Next, I'd like to call upon Noni McCann to take the oath of office for the position of counselor.
I'm sure it's here, but I'm not finding it. We'll get you to do the oath and then we'll see if we can sign it. I'm sure it's here.
I don't exist.
No, you exist.
Yeah. I, Noni McCann, do solemnly affirm that I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the village of Lytton, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Local Government Act respecting vote buying or intimidation in relation to my election to the office. I will faithfully perform the duties of my office and will not allow any private interest to influence my conduct in public matters. As required by the community charter, I will disclose any direct or indirect pecuniary interest I have in a matter, and I will not participate in the discussion of the matter and will not vote in respect of the matter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to do some house cleaning here in a minute. Oh my goodness. So let's join me one more time for a round of applause for your new mayor and council of the village of Lytton. I am now going to pass it over to Her Worship, Mayor O'Connor, to take over, to present her inaugural address, and to run the first brief council meeting of the new council. And find some nominations.
There is no mic tonight. This is all show, but it works. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming, and good evening. To begin, I would like to say that I'm very excited to be here on the unceded territory of the Intlekatlan people in the village of Lytton for this historic occasion, the first in-person meeting since the event that changed our lives on June 30th, 2021. How wonderful it is to see so many people here tonight, including those who traveled in from out of town. We have so many people to thank. We had record turnout of voters on Election Day, and I want to thank you all for your overwhelming vote of confidence. I've spoken to many people over the past number of weeks, and I believe tonight reflects a sense of hope and a sense of positive future for so many Lyttonites. Whether you voted for us or not, I need you to know that the 5 of us here will represent every member of Lytton. We will do the best we can to move this community forward. We recognize that the next 4 years will not be easy and that there are immense challenges ahead. We know we have a lot to learn and understand, but we also recognize and are committed to working tirelessly on your behalf. Everyone looks forward to the day that the first building, whether it be a home or a business, is rebuilt. Since Election Day, I have heard from Minister Farnworth, Minister Cullen, Parliamentary Secretary Rolly Russell, our MLA Jackie Taggart, our MP Brad Viss, all saying they are committed to working with us. We know that moving forward we will need the support of governments, but we will also need to work together with our neighbouring communities here in Lytton, particularly all of the First Nations and the regional district. To the residents and businesses that are still displaced, we will do whatever is in our power to expedite your return. To the people who are still living here in the village, I can assure you we will see that your roads are plowed this winter and that there is a number you can call if there's an emergency. Thank you to the community for putting your trust in our new council. Starting tomorrow, the 5 of us will be spending 2 full days of orientation and training as we start to learn our role and how the business of our village council is conducted. In other words, we're going to hit the ground learning tomorrow. Before we move on to our first council meeting of many to come, I want to tell people that in the near future, our goal is to have these face-to-face meetings, along with Zoom, here in Lytton as soon as we can. But first, of course, we need to secure a location and the technology to do that. Again, we are so thankful to be right here in Lytton tonight. Last weekend, I received a phone call from Mayor-elect Bloomfield, who's now mayor of the city of Penticton, offering support for tonight's event. I want to thank both you and your councillor that came and brought the flowers and flags that we see here tonight. So thank you for that. If I tried to thank everyone, who's helped, we'd be here all night. But I do want to acknowledge Kevin for your opening, your blessing. Thank you so much. And of course to you, Judge Raymond Phillips, for officiating the swearing in tonight. Cook's Gem to both of you. Once again, thank you so much for coming out tonight. And I'm just going to end my little speech, and we'll move on to the meeting, our first council meeting. So we are going to call the meeting to order, and the time is now 7:23. So, council, you're going to have to make some motions in seconds. So, I need a motion to adopt the agenda. So move for tonight. Thank you, Councillor Lightfoot, and a seconder. I'll second. Thank you, Councillor Michelle. So we have just a few items on the agenda tonight here. So we're going to start with item number 1, and it's regarding the acting mayor if the mayor happens to be away. And staff has recommended the following motion: that council approves the appointment of acting mayor as outlined in section 130 of the community charter, and that appointments are per the Village of Lytton Procedure Bylaw number 692, 2017, starting with Councillor Noni McCann, with the remaining council members on a rotational basis through to December 23rd. So I need to call for a motion to accept that. Sorry, call for a mover to accept that motion.
I'll move.
Thank you, Councillor McCann. And a call for a seconder. Thank you, Councillor Toss. Is there any discussion? Yes, Councillor.
I actually prefer it not being 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, but I can live with it, but I believe it's something we should review in the future. I think historically it was 3-month stints, but as I said, I'm agreeable to passing it as presented tonight.
Thank you. Note taken. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, we'll move on to item number 2. And this is to do with Village of Lytton internal committees. There's a recommendation that council approves the mayoral appointments to the internal committees of the Village of Lytton as follows for a 1-year term effective November 3rd, which is tomorrow, 2022. Citizens Advisory Select Committee of Council, Melissa Michelle. May I have a mover?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. And a seconder?
I'll second it.
Good. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Carried. The next is the Village of Lytton External Committees. The motion reads that Council approves the mayoral appointments to partner organizations of the Village of Lytton as follows for a 1-year term effective November 3rd, 2022. For the Director for Thompson-Nicola Regional District Board, Mayor Denise O'Connor. Alternate Thompson-Nicola Regional District Board, Councillor Noni McCann. Would someone like to move that motion? Thank you. And second? Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor? Carried. So item number 4 is regarding signing authority. Whereas an election was held on October 15th, 2022, and new members were elected to the Council of the Village of Lytton, therefore be it resolved that Mayor Denise O'Connor, Councillors Jesua Lightfoot, Noni McCann, Melissa Michelle, and Jennifer Toss, and Michael Baker, who's the CAO, and Terry Hawes, Director of Finance, be appointed as signatories for the Village of Lytton, and that Jan Polderman, Ian Hay, and Lillian Gray be removed as signing authorities for the Village of Lytton. Can I have somebody to move that?
So moved.
Thank you. And second? Seconder?
Sure.
Thank you. Councillor McCann. Any discussion? Hearing none. Carried. And the last item is the council meeting schedule. So item number 1, council meeting schedule. Recommendation that council approves the 2023 Village of Lytton Council meeting schedule as presented at the November 2nd, 2020 inaugural meeting. And I'm sure we've all seen it. May I have a motion to can I have a mover to that motion? Thank you, Councillor Michelle. A seconder? Thank you, Councillor Lightfoot. Any discussion? And seeing none, carried. So that brings us to the end of our very first council meeting. I'm sure they won't be like this where I'm going to be standing at a podium and you're going to be sitting without notes in front of you, but it's a great start. As I said, it's the first of many, and I certainly hope that soon we'll have them here in Lytton face to face. So I would like a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Oh, Councillor Toss, thank you. And do we need a seconder for that?
No.
No, that's just it, right? Yeah. So the meeting is now adjourned. So once again, thank you everyone for coming out. Thank you to, I didn't thank earlier, the RCMP and Chief Jason leading us in with the flags. That was such a nice touch. Thank you to everybody that came out tonight. We have some refreshments over here to enjoy, and so please feel free to hang around and visit, because that brings us to the end of our meeting in the evening. Oh yeah, we can get together for a photo for you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone.